Hello and welcome to What's in this week's Oban Times with me, Kathy Griffiths.
And me, Sandy Neal.
Well, we had Jason Leach. He of COVID fame. We saw his face so often during the pandemic on telly. Well, he was in Oban this week as Scotland's National Clinical Director, and he was visiting lots of healthcare establishments in the town, from the hospital to Lawn Medical Centre, Edegling Care Home, and had the folks at Healthy Options too. And he also took time to call into the kitchen hospitals where he posed for a selfie with some of the workers, and he was rather impressed with them, because apparently between them they'd all notched up about 150 years service, so lots of cooking expertise over those years I'm sure they've gathered. So that was Jason Leach in Oban. Now if you get a chance, bob down to Ganavan in the next few days and have a look at the wonderful wartime mural that's been revealed. This was painted by some students from Oban High School. It's part of an Oban and Ganavan Heritage Group project, just reminding people of the important role that Ganavan played during the Second World War, because of course it was where lots of Sunderland planes and Cantilena aircraft were serviced and maintained there. Now, if you can imagine, these were huge craft. Now think of Ganavan, think of the parking spaces, Sandy. Have you got that picture in your mind?
It's there.
It's there. Right. If you put a Sunderland craft on the car park, its wingspan alone apparently would have spread out across 14 of those car park spaces. So they were absolutely mighty, mighty beasts. So wow. There you go. But go and have a look at the mural. There's a nice little story attached to it as well about the photograph that inspired the mural itself. So read all about that in this week's Oban Times, in the paper and online. What else have I been up to? Let me think. Oh, yes. How do you fancy finding some gold? Anyone? Anyone up for it?
Always. Tell me how now.
So you need to head off to the Racer Cafe at Bacaldin. Wayne Johnson, who runs the cafe there, has come up with a bit of an adventure idea for the summer holidays and for longer. He's actually got a gold panning station out the back there, so youngsters can have a go at panning gold. Now, this isn't just some kind of commercial activity he's come up with. He tells me there is gold to be found in the area. So there you go. You can try out, get the skills built up at his panning station, and then head out into the hills yourself and into the Scottish Burns to see what you can find.
I'm gone. Thank you. Okay, well, I'll stick around long enough to read this out, and then I'm skedaddling. You won't see me for dust. Right, well, plans to build Isla's newest and 12th whisky distillery have been approved by the council, and it's maybe not one you'd think of. The fate of the new Jura ferry will now lie in Whitehall's hands. More work is afoot to address the local housing shortage on Colonsay. In a bid to repopulate Alva, the council has forked out how much to fix the septic tanks. Pushing through the council's plans for school clusters could split the coalition, a councillor warns. Council leaders are also being urged to stop this mess. An Oban museum gets an alcohol licence. Craignish looks set to benefit from protandrous alternating hermaphrodites.
Pardon?
I'll repeat that again. Protandrous alternating hermaphrodites.
Okay.
You'll find out what those are in this week's paper. And the Loch Ness Monster comes to Loch Orr. You can read all about that in this week's Oban Times, which you can pick up a printed copy in newsagents, supermarkets and petrol stations, or by going online to obantimes.co.uk. We love hearing your stories. Please get in touch by emailing us at editor@obantimes.co.uk or by messaging us on Facebook.
Absolutely. Well, I'm off to Tyree this weekend. It's the return of Tyree Music Festival. So I shall let you know how I get on. Will I survive it? Will I survive it? Camping in a field of young revellers.
Will we see you on Monday morning?
Who knows?
Time will tell.
That's it from us for this week. So goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths.
And bye from me, Sandy Neal.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, hey.